Gobekli Tepe exists about 15 kilometers outside of the city of Urfa. Urfa's official name is Sanliurfa, which actually means glorious Urfa. And so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get from Urfa to Gobekli Tepe. I thought Gobekli Tepe would be a big enough tourist draw that the city closest to it would be quite touristy. That is not the case at all. I've been here for about 2.5 days. I think I've only noticed one other person who was obviously a foreign tourist. For the most part, it's just been me and the locals here. Now it is winter, so this is probably the low season. But yeah, it's about as authentic a travel experience as you can have. So here is the 63 bus, and you can tap to pay with your credit card. Okay, so that was a bit chaotic. I had to run because of my bus. I saw the bus I needed, so I had to catch it really quickly. You gotta catch the 63 bus, and then you have to you take the 63 bus all the way to the end, and then you get the 0 bus, and that will take you all the way to Gobekli Tepe. I'll show the location of where I am now, in case anyone wants to get straight to this place to get the 0 bus. We're right across the street from Nevali Hotel. And obviously this is the old town where I got the 63 bus from, so. But this is really chaotic. I might have to ask someone if they know where the bus is. Hawash var ya, this way? Hawash.
Yo, this?
Hawash? Yeah. This is the kind of situation as a traveler where you have to fight your inner introvert and just be extroverted and just go up to people and be the silly tourist who asks a bunch of questions, because sometimes it's the only way to get where you gotta go. And there really isn't a lot of information about how to get to Gobekli Tepe from Urfa. So I thought I would make the video that I would like to have watched. Bus? Autobus, Gobekli Tepe. Number 0. Keep walking. Okay. Here, no. Yeah, okay. Teşekkürler. That guy just took me by the arm like I was his oldest friend, you know? That's the kind of hospitality you have here. It never ends. There it is, my friends. We are getting warmer. I'm even gonna take a photo on my phone so I can remember this moment. And what an appropriate number 0 is for the bus to Gobekli Tepe, because it's sometimes referred to as the 0 point of history. In other words, if you're studying history, it's as far back as you can go. It's the earliest known, I want to be careful with my words here because I'm not an archaeologist or a historian, but I believe it's the earliest known temple. It is a structure that predates farming, predates writing. This was a time when humans were believed to be still nomadic, and yet we have here this structure. And by the way, you can hear the call to prayer in the background, perhaps. But we have this structure that questions so much of what we understand about human history. How could people who are nomadic have built something like this? What would inspire them to build something like this if they were always moving, right? If you have no cities, why would you build a structure, the remnants of which still exist 10,000 years later? Could there have been a city? Could there have been a culture much deeper and more profound than we currently understand it to be? And so it's only in the last couple of decades that Gobekli Tepe has really become more well known. But I have a feeling, if you're watching this a couple decades from now, there's gonna be a lot more tourists here than you see today. Because something of this profound importance to human history and humankind can only grow and grow in importance. But for now, we have just this one bus stop. I once again appear to be the only foreign tourist on my way to Gobekli Tepe. And there it is, my friends. Gobekli Tepe.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, how are you? So it's about 30-minute drive to Gobekli Tepe. So we are here. There's an exhibition center. There's a visitor center. Where do I get my ticket from? That's the question. Visitor center is what it looks like. Okay, my friends, here we are at Gobekli Tepe. I have bought my ticket. It costs 21 euros. But be aware, there is a sign saying they only accept Turkish lira, or of course you can use credit cards. But they're going to translate it into the Turkish amount for 21 euros. So as of December 2025, I paid 1,052 Turkish lira. But whenever you visit in the future, that number is going to be totally different. This is because the Turkish currency is experiencing hyperinflation, and so the exchange rate is always changing. They also gave me this, which has a QR code to download an app and get a free audio voice of museum, it says. There is a shuttle bus behind me, which appears to be free. It might just be shuttling people to the site itself. That was the ticket entrance, so I just scanned my ticket. I'm now in the site. We only have 700 meters to walk. So why don't we do this final walk together, my friends? We've done enough buses for one day. Why don't we use our 2 feet? Just as those ancient people did. So many thousands of years ago. Well, you take a look at that. And the site itself stays open till 5:30, at least it did today, even though Google said 5. So, yeah, but it does start to cool down quickly. I probably should have brought a coat. So that's another thing to know if you're visiting. Very hot in the day, especially in the summer. It gets very, very hot, but then quickly cools down. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching this video from southeastern Turkey. I will catch you next time.